just a test.
Hey there, lonely girl, let me make your broken heart like new.
Sam from cameralegend.com, and we are back today, first edition of 2020, and I want to wish you guys a happy belated new year, and I wish you guys all the best for a year full of cameras, lenses, and photography gear. You know, the new year is always a good time for reflection, and it got me really thinking about the last decade, 2010 to 2019, and I was just wondering, what is the most significant thing that happened in the last decade in photography? Now, you know, before we get onto that, have you guys heard the news? Seems that Canon just announced the 1DX Mark III, and this is my 1DS Mark II, an oldie from 2004 that you may have remembered from another video, but it's pretty much the same concept as the 1DX Mark III. It's another big badass camera. And then Nikon also tonight, last night actually, announced the D780. And so you know what this means, guys? This means that long live the DSLR, baby. The big badass cameras rule, yeah! You know, it got me so psyched up, I was thinking about Pumping Iron. You guys remember the movie Pumping Iron? But yeah, man, like I told you guys, the big dogs, man, Canon and Nikon, they just can't stop making those big badass cameras, man. No matter how many times people tell them to stop it, they still do it. So, hey, what can I say? I'm happy about it. I like it. Anyway, yeah, let's get back to the topic at hand now. I wasn't actually gonna make a video this soon, but I figured I'd get something out for you guys for the new year. And like I said, I was thinking about the most important, the most significant things that happened in the photography industry in the last 10 years, and I was thinking, could it be the introduction and the rise of the Fuji X cameras like the X100? And this camera really made a big splash for Fujifilm. Or could it be the rise of mirrorless cameras and Sony gaining a foothold as a major player in the industry, something they've always wanted to do? Or could it be the downfall of these big badass cameras? But as we see, they are still alive, guys. They are still alive. Or, you know, all of these things are great contenders, but for my money, the thing that had the most impact on this industry in the past 10 years is this: the rise of the phone cameras. And the reason why I say that is because this is the thing that has radically changed the industry. It is killing sales of real cameras, and right now I would say that the sales of real cameras are on a free fall, pretty much. You know, a long time ago I was in a pharmacy in New York City in an Irish neighborhood, and this lady cashier that was working in there, she was trying to get something from the top shelf, and she said, "All right, everybody heave ho." So basically, same thing is going on with the camera industry here, man. Everything is going down, brother. One of the greatest effects that the camera phones have made, as I said, are the downward sales of quote unquote real cameras. And at this point, I'm not even talking about film cameras, okay? Because film is so far out of the mind frame of the average consumer out there, the general public, that it's not even a consideration. I mean, you know, you guys know I love film, you guys know I grew up on film, but let's face reality, okay? So you can happily go and shoot film cameras out there, and if you're a young person, they're probably gonna think you're a young hipster. And if you're an old person, they're probably gonna think you're an old dinosaur who hasn't changed their ways, but other than that, nobody's gonna really care. But the funny thing is that now, with these phones getting so good these days, what I call the real cameras, and I'm not just talking about DSLRs, I'm talking about the Sony A7 series or Olympus OMD, anything that resembles a real camera. I would say that in today's world it's becoming passé, man. And one thing that got that into my head was I was looking at the news a couple of months ago, and they had a segment on whether or not they called it traditional cameras are a dying breed, and whether or not well, I had a lot more to say, but it seems like I ran out of space, so just gonna try to make this really quick. So yeah, don't worry so much about the real cameras being passé, man, because I am gonna continue shooting this old dinosaur. I am going to continue shooting my film cameras, and I'm gonna do anything I want. And you guys should too, man. Don't care about what those people are trying to sell you. Anyway, one other thing I was thinking of, being on YouTube for almost 2 years, I was just looking back at some of the videos that I made in the beginning, and I said, damn, such cringe-worthy material. Camera legend. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Really do appreciate it. I know we're new here, but I am dedicated to bringing you all the cameras that you want to see in future installments. So please feel free to leave a comment, like, subscribe for updates on when we post up new videos, and we'll be back at you. Really do appreciate you. Thank you, and until next time, this is Sam from cameralegend.com YouTube channel. And you know, I'm realistic. I know they're still cringe-worthy, but we're going to try to continue to improve that for you guys. So I'm going to leave you off with this segment that I made a while ago for Instagram. It's a little reflection on the low-budget look that I'm using. Let me just set this up for you guys. There was once a man named Joe Franklin, the late great Joe Franklin. He was a late-night talk show host, pretty much started the genre, but he didn't get a lot of attention or respect because he was pretty much local on WOR, which was Channel 9 in New York back then. But anyway, he had this really low-budget look to his shows, and when we were kids, me and my friend, we used to make fun of him, and you know, I would talk about how lame his shows were and this and that. And so now I'm gonna give you a segment which I call Joe Franklin's Revenge. But before that, I would say thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, comment for more videos, and I will catch you guys next time on the cameralegend.com. Let's try this one here. YouTube channel. That was lame, wasn't it? Lame. Hello, my friend, to another boring show, my friend. Today we have a very special guest. It's a man named Sam from Cameralegend. Hey Joe, what's going on? We deal with pretty much all cameras. All in fine and dandy, my friend. But I noticed one thing, your website is decidedly low budget, Sam. Can you tell us a little bit about that? Well, as far as the low budget look, I got it from you, Joe. But I do have a question, Joe. But a lot of people felt that you had probably the most boring show on TV. Can you possibly name any shows that were actually more boring than your show? Let me see, my friend. The Partridge Family, my friend. The Brady Bunch, my friend. Three's Company, my friend. Oh, and I have one more. The Camera Legend Show, my friend. You got me, Joe. You got me.